Hello, lovelies. I thought I'd give you another health update, um, just to let you know what's going on. Seems fair. Not a lot yet. I am booked in tentatively or concretely for a bunch of tests, and in the meantime, trying to take things easy and so on. I will try to keep trickling out some videos here. I still have a bunch of experimental content to put out from when we were talking before about doing things in a different way and trying different things. I've still got a bunch of that still to record and put up. I will also keep you appraised of how things are going with the health stuff as we go along. I think I've built a community here that appreciates honesty, authenticity, all of that jazz, and wants to know what's going on, and it helps me to kind of think about it and lay it all out as we're going along. I had taken a week off making videos and so on, obviously, so you saw some collaborations and things posted up here instead. If anyone wants to help keep the pressure off me a little and record any videos or do collabs some more, the space is open. But it is, of course, Christmas coming up as well, which is always horribly disrupted for creating content and so on as well. So there's that to consider. Otherwise, I might do some simpler things like some more comedic filk music about role-playing game stuff, just to keep the channel slightly active, slightly sort of ticking over a bit, perhaps. I will be trying to keep Tabletopless going in whatever form or another. We've had a horribly disrupted year with Tabletopless, with players coming and going, and people's various health issues, including mine, and various other disruptions to the schedule. So I will try and keep things going there. That's probably going to be my main priority of still doing stuff, will be Tabletopless. I think all of this shit that I'm dealing with is just more encouragement for my sort of career shift, I suppose. A little licensing out stuff to other people, letting other people produce material for my games, shifting the way that I work. That's all kind of already in progress, I suppose. Yeah, I need to reassess and think about my workload, my schedule, everything. So yeah, upcoming, I have an appointment with the physio tomorrow. They're going to examine my feet, my back, and my hands to see if there's some deeper underlying issue, and to offer me some advice on how to build up some strength and resilience in those parts of my body, and hopefully teach me how to walk with a stick properly, because I've just been kind of freestyling it and I'm not sure I'm doing it right. Just keeping the pressure off my feet a little bit. They may also have some specialist knowledge on what exactly it might be causing the pain, particularly in my hands and feet. So we'll see. Then I have an ultrasound on the 14th, which will be checking around my bladder, kidneys, all of that sort of downstairs waterwork stuff, to see if there's anything obvious pressing, or checking just to double check that there's no cancer or any particularly obvious blockages or anything that can show up on the ultrasound. Then at some point, probably next year, by the time I get the appointment, magnetic resonance angiography to check whether there's another stenosis in my kidneys or somewhere else down there. And also at some point, again probably after Christmas, x-rays of my hands. There's some suspicion it could be osteorheumatoid arthritis. I don't think so. though there's a history of it in my family. But the way it feels more like neuropathic pain related to kidney issues. But they want to rule out various things. The hands stuff is the scariest thing. I'll be honest, right? Because my hands are how I create and how I communicate most of the time. They're on screen more often than my face, probably. Yeah, so losing some use of my hands would be the worst thing, potentially. But we'll see. I'm waiting on the new pain medication to arrive that's supposed to deal with neuropathic pain. So we'll see how that goes as well. Though I won't be able to take them during the day because they have a powerful soporific effect. So we shall see how that goes. Yeah, the central problem is that my blood pressure, while down to stage 1 hypertension, much of the time is still too high, and it's consistently too high. So what that means is that it puts immense stress and strain on my whole system and causes ongoing organ damage and creates a much higher risk of stroke, heart attack, aneurysm, all of those kind of things. My eyes are no longer exploding, at least, which is something, but damage over time from high blood pressure is the silent killer. Am I being overly dramatic? Maybe. I don't necessarily think so. I have a non-zero risk of just like popping like a champagne cork at random. And having lost Neil so recently, even though he knew it was coming from the cancer and everything, in the end it accelerated so quickly he didn't have time to say goodbye or anything. So I'm feeling quite mortal and antsy, and I don't want to be caught out the same way, so I'm possibly being slightly over dramatic, but then I always worry that I am being overly dramatic or catastrophizing or whatever, to the point where I second guess myself and gaslight myself that I'm actually okay when I'm not really okay at all. I also had a hugely influential figure in my life, my old English teacher, Mr. Kettle. He let us use the English room to play role-playing games during lunchtimes. He hugely encouraged my creative writing. He coached me through public speaking competitions. Fantastic guy. And he just dropped dead abruptly while out walking his dog, if I remember correctly. So he's always on my mind when we talk about these things, because that was such a shame. Of course, with classic grim timing, I have apparently chosen to become somewhat life-threateningly ill for the second time during a period of enormous suspicion and crackdown on disabled people and an undermining of already threadbare mental health care and accommodation. So, that's fun and not at all a stressor. Advice from people is lovely, but I already do everything I can. I've changed my diet, I've lost weight, I supplement with various things that are supposed to help the various issues that I have. Rest and self-care is a bit more difficult because I like to work, and self-care always feels selfish. I'm always the guy who takes care of everybody else, or tries to, and spending any time on myself is difficult to get past my brain. it's difficult also to exercise because of the pain. So I'm hoping that the physio and the painkillers will allow me to get up and moving again, and then I can like strengthen my core, which will help with the pain in my back and all the rest of it. But yeah, I already do everything, including some hippy dippy shit that I don't really believe in. So I don't really need advice or pity, but sympathy and help is lovely, and I'm not good at asking for it, so keep that in mind. I don't feel worthy of being taken care of. I'm the guy who takes care of other people. You know, I switch off my emotional brain and I make sure everyone's safe and okay. And wreck myself doing that quite frequently in various ways. But yeah, I'm not good at asking, and I'm not asking. You can already tell I'm getting uncomfortable. Anyway, I've been sick for a very long time now, and I have been protecting people from exactly how sick I am and how much pain I'm in on the regular, and it is constant chronic pain. This has kind of made the mask slip a bit, but I don't feel like I can keep it up anymore. So that's why I'm leveling with you all and telling you what's going on, and admitting I'm not doing very well psychologically or physically. This year has been very difficult for a whole bunch of different reasons, and I'm just out of cope, I guess. Hopefully there's still a lot of cool stuff that medical science can help me out with. Yeah, this new year is definitely going to be reassessment, figure out what my priorities really are, and finding new ways to keep working, keep doing cool stuff, because that's where I derive my sense of worth from, is making stuff, producing stuff, doing stuff. We'll see. I will keep you updated on the results of the various health things, because I know that does help other people going through similar shit, and that comforts me. I'll try not to be as maudlin, and hopefully we'll have some good news. Alright, take care everyone. I will talk to you soon. Zang.